Hey, what's going on everybody? Hideous Thoughts here, coming at you with another Black Desert Online video for console. In today's video, we're going to be finally taking a look at the second and third part of the Herald's journal. I'm going to be showing you guys exactly what you need to do to get these completed. Now, bear in mind that the first quest in this journal is an absolute pain in the frickin' ass. So basically what you need to do is, let's just quickly go into our adventure logbooks right here, and we're going to come down to the Herald's journal. We're going to go to book 2. So the first thing you need to do is we need to be here in Valencia and we need to talk to Creo. Okay, so for those of you who, for whatever absolute reason, doesn't know where Valencia is, this is Valencia right here. It is like the main town that you visit when you first start the game, right there on the map. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to talk to Creo, which is this guy right here. So he's going to give you a quest. Now, the quest for this is you need to catch some sea eels. You need to catch 2 blue grade sea eels within the, I think it's a 10-minute time limit. Now this was originally 3, but they've changed it to 2. A lot of people are having trouble with this, and they've changed it to 2. So it's another one of these timed quests. The absolute pits, these types of quests. Before I accept that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you. I'm currently Master 8 fishing, and but don't let that really kind of change your decision too much on if you want to do this or not. There's been people with low-level fishing characters who have done this within the first cast of throwing their rod in the water, and there's been people who are Master 10, Guru, whatever, who have taken a long time to do this. The last time I tried to do this, I think I was like Master 3. I did it for 2 hours, couldn't do it, and I gave up. I'm trying it again now. But let's see how we go. So the other thing that you're going to need is you're going to need, I highly recommend using these triple float fishing rods. So basically what they do is they allow you to catch up to 3 fish at a time. If you've got, if you just throw it in, you can catch 3 or more fish at a time if you're using energy. I've actually caught 5 fish on one of these rods when I was out hotspot fishing. So they just basically allow you to catch more fish at once. So if you do get a sea eel, you have a chance to catch all of them at the same time. So to get those, what you can do is you can buy them on the central market. So if you just go into your central market and you just type in triple float, and they're right here. Look, there's none available on the CM right now, but they go for around 9 million to 10 million silver. The other way that you can get them is by, you see this guy over here, Abilene. So basically, if you talk to him, he will give you a quest, and let's just quickly go into our quest log right here. So if we go into suggested, I think it is, I can't remember what one it is, but there's a quest here that you can do with him, and he will give you basic fishing. I think it's this quest here. No, it's not that one. There's a quest that you can do, guys. It's in the suggested, and it's a repeatable quest. You can do it every 3 days. And what you do is you go to go just catch a bunch of fish, return it to him, and he'll give you 3. He will give you 3 of those triple float fishing rods, and you can repeat that quest once every 3 days. So that's another way you can get them if there's none available on the central market. Okay, so once you've done that, the other thing as well that I suggest you get if you can, so this requires you to have, is it rare fish, and okay, so the ash tree float, you need to be fishing professional 1 to use this, and this gives you a 6% chance. Well, I've got a +5. This one here gives you a 6% increased chance to catch big fish. Big fish equates to the blue grade fish. This one here, the maple float, rare fish equates to the yellow grade fish. So that's something for you guys to take into consideration as well. So I do suggest, if you can, get the highest level ash tree float that you can. So once you've got those, now what you want to do is you want to talk to Creo, and you're just going to accept this quest. How quick can you fish? He's going to say to you he wants you to catch sea eels. Yes, we're going to accept that. Now what you need to do, like the other ones, you need to come into chat and you need to go Great, I'm ready, and that's going to start the timer for the quest. As soon as you've done that, so you can see we've got 10 minutes there. As soon as you've done that, you want to run along the coastline. You do not have time to get on your boat and go find a sea eel hotspot. You have to just come here where there's, it's around here on the map, so it's not too far. And basically what you want to do is you want to pull out your triple float fishing rod with your float on, and you're just going to throw it out into the water. Now, if you throw it out just like that, it's not going to use any energy. What I would suggest, if you've got energy, if you hold down X, or I think it's A on Xbox, you can see the line going up on that fishing rod, and you can throw it out, and that's going to use 10 energy. But the 10 energy is going to give you a chance to catch like better quality fish. So I would, if you've got the energy there, you might as well just use it, and you get a chance to catch more fish. So that's pretty much all you got to do, guys, and you're just going to keep doing this until you catch those sea eels. You don't have time to do AFK fishing. This has to be an active one. And you can see as well, one thing I'll bring up is you can see down the bottom there where it says average. So that's the amount of fish that are in the water right now. If you're going to do this over the server reset time, this water is going to be abundant, which gives you a higher chance to catch more fish. If it is exhausted, it'll be red, and exhausted means that there's very little fish in that area. So you can still catch it when it says exhausted, but if you've got the opportunity to do it when it's abundant, that's the best time to do it. So here we go, we're about to catch this fish. All we're going to do is press this, do this little mini game right here, and oh, this is looking good. What do we got here? Oh, we got one sea eel on the first cast. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to throw this in again. I'm going to use my 10 energy, and let's see how we go. If you don't catch a sea eel on your first cast, I would probably suggest just going back to Creo and just resetting the timer. You don't need to like forfeit the quest. You can just go back to him, reset the timer. Time is very important on this thing, and each cast takes around two-ish minutes. So I would just suggest, if you don't catch a sea eel on your first cast, just go back to him, reset the timer, and try it again. Okay, guys, so there we go. So we've caught our second sea eel. We managed to do it on the first round. We didn't need to go and reset the time. So we can see you've got 4 minutes remaining. We need to quickly run back to Creo and finish that quest. We need to hand that in before that time runs out. So here we go. We're right here. Now, we're going to hand that in. Quest completed. All right, cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the adventure log. We're going to complete that. That's going to increase our weight limit. So we've got that. So now the next one is we need to talk to Creo again. So we can come here, we can go to Creo, and we're going to go to quest. And there's another quest here saying Art of Bargaining. So we're going to accept that one. This is a time quest as well. And what you want to do is you want to come into chat. You want to go to the start that timer. And you need to run to the trade manager. You need to do this quickly because you've only got 1 minute to do it. Talk to the trade manager. You want to come across to trade, and you need to go play the bargain game. And try and get this done as fast as possible. Alright, there we go. So now we've got, we've got 18 seconds to run back and hand that quest in. Okay, guys, so you can see that I've exceeded the time limit, so it's not going to let me hand that quest in. So basically what I need to do is I need to actually forfeit that quest, and I need to do it again.
I'll give you my recognition if you catch a mud skipper. I swap Fisher's token for fish.
I'm a merchant. I bargain even in my dreams.
All right, guys, so there we go. So we handed in. So just a little bit of a tip there. Something that helped me was if, because I actually had to go and recatch some fish because I handed all the fish in. I sold the fish and then I failed the quest because I ran out of time. So what I had to do was I had to go and just catch myself another fish, just this green grade mud skipper here, just so that I could have another trade item to go and sell. So a little bit of a tip there is when you go to the trade manager, you want to do it as quickly as possible. You really need to get that success within the first kind of like 2 or 3 tries. Otherwise, you're going to run out of time. And also a little tip is after you've successfully you've done the bargaining and you've got a successful bargain, don't sell the trade items. Just cancel out, run back to Korea. You don't need to sell it. You only need to get the success on the trade, on the bargain. So if you when you come to run back to Korea, if you run out of time, that way you've still got that trade item in your inventory that you can use to go and try again, and saves you having to go and catch more fish. So keep that in mind, guys. Just get the success on the bargain, run back to Korea as fast as possible, but don't actually sell the trade item that's in your inventory. So the next one, what we need to do now is we need to come into the adventure log again, book 2. We need to accept this one. So this is going to give us +2 stamina family wide. The next one, we need to listen to Croix about the start. Okay, guys, so in the next part of the adventure logbook, if we just come here, we're going to go back into book 2, and it says here that we need to listen to Croix about the start. So what you want to do is you want to come to this guy here, Croix, the wharf manager in Velia. So you can see, like, right over there in the distance, that's where the Creo was and the storage manager. And so it's basically out on this wharf here. And what this is going to do is, this is going to give us a quest where we've got to go to Illiya Island. So the thing that you're going to need for this one, because remember you're on a timer, so you're not going to have time to sail across to the island. So what you want to do is you want to go into the central market and you want to buy yourself one of these things here called a traveler's map. So I'm going to go ahead and put that into my inventory. There's, like, if you're on EU right now, there's about 30,000 of these on the central market. They cost around 500,000 silver each, so very easily accessible. So you can go ahead and grab yourself one of those. And that's going to transport us over to Illiya Island, where we can talk to that guy. So we're going to talk to Croix here in Velia. We're going to come down to this time quest, Island of Time. We're going to accept the quest. Then we're going to go here to chat, and we're going to say, yeah, great, I'm ready. We're going to accept the timer. We've got 6 minutes to do this. So then we go into our inventory, traveler's map, and we're going to go Illiya Island. Okay, that's where we want to go. Okay, so here we are on Illiya Island. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to quickly set myself a waypoint. The guy that you want to talk to, he's around here. So we can just go and set our waypoint there. We've got 4 minutes to get there. So if you're running around for a little bit to look for him, it's okay. But this is the general area where he is. All right. So it's this guy here, the chief. So you want to go ahead and talk to him. We complete that quest, Croix concern, and there you go. You're good to go. So that's one completed. So now what you can do is you can come and go into your Herald's journal, and you can accept this one here. And then we've got one more to do. Now what you're going to do is, because we use the fast travel to get over here, we can only use that once every 6 hours. And it's a bit of a pain in the ass, guys. So you're just going to have to wait for the Griffin to carry you back. But that's how you get back to the mainland, is just by that. Otherwise, unless you've got someone here, a friend or someone that can happily transport you back. Alrighty, guys. So here we are. We are up to the last part of book number 1. So let's just take a quick look. So we're going to come down again to the Herald's journal. And we're going to go to book 2 all the way through. Now it says here, listen to Kunga about the start. This is going to give us 5 stamina for completing this. So here we are. This is Kunga right here. And if you want to know where that is, you want to head over towards the Schultz Guard. So on the edge of kind of this part of the map before you reach Valencia region. So that is Velia right there where we did the other ones. And you come straight through to like here on this part of this like cliff right here. Now where we're headed for this is right in here in this kind of like bit of, there's like a cave in here. That's where we're headed. So now there's a couple of ways that you can do this. When we start to the quest with old mate here, we can, if you've got a Pegasus horse, you can jump on your Pegasus horse and you can fly. You'll get about halfway across and then your Pegasus will fall in the water. Don't worry, your horse isn't going to die. You can just call it back when you get on land. And the other thing that you could do is you could have your ship down here ready to go and you could sail across. Or if you've got one of these outfits, the shark outfits, the dumb diving outfits, so you guys put that on and now I look like a shark. You can use this to swim across. I would probably have one of these anyways if you can, especially if you're using a Pegasus, because you're still gonna have to swim half the way. So I timed this. I actually did this just to test how long it would take me to swim across. It's going to take about a minute and a half to swim from one side to the other with this outfit on, and you've got about 3 minutes to do the quest. So this is what we're going to do. Now we're going to talk to him, and we're going to go to the quest, the way of the natives. Yep, cool. Accept. Now we're going to go into the chat. I'm ready. We want to start that timer. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slide down here, and I'm going to jump. It's going to give me a little bit of damage, but should be right. You know, we'll live. And we're just going to swim straight ahead into that cave. Now, it is a little bit dark in there. You can use an Atana's Firefly if you want. You can buy one of them from the loyalty store for like 20 loyalty points if you don't have any already. I actually have one in my inventory, but I forgot to chuck it on. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to do it without it, just so you guys can see. So we've got two and a half minutes to go, and we're just going to keep swimming through into that cave. Alright, so here we go. We climb up onto this rock here, and then just over here near where this tree is, on the wall here, you can see the goal. That's basically what we want to. That's what we want to do. We've completed that quest. If you want to put the Firefly on, these last for like 1 hour, so you can see. It doesn't really show you anything specific. I think you can see kind of like a little bit of an image there. It's on that rock. It kind of looks like the face of a skull or something like that. It's right here, guys. So you've got this tree, and it's right there. If you just run up to that wall, you're going to find it. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to go into your adventure log. You're going to go into book number 2, scroll all the way across, complete that. There you go, and now book 3 becomes available. So we're just going to have a quick look, roughly. Now this first part, we've got to listen to Rafa at the start. So this is going to take us all the way over to the Gahaz Bandits. So I'm going to cut this. I'm going to run over there, and I'll meet you back in just a second. Alright guys, so here we are. We are going to be starting book number 3. So let's go ahead and just check that out really quickly. So like I said, we've got to listen to Rafa at the start. We're going to get a 1 DP buff for doing this. So basically, this is Rafa right here. He's the node manager of the Gahaz Bandits lair. So if you don't know where Gahaz Bandits is, it is right here. So it's like Valencia region. You just want to come up to here. If you've got this node unlocked, all you can do is just set a waypoint to that node, and that'll take you to the node manager. And so basically what we've got to do is we're going to talk to him, and it's this time quest here, Bandits in the Perimeter, and we're going to accept that. And I think we've got to kill a whole bunch of these bandits, so we're going to accept this time quest, and there you go. So we've got to kill 650 of these guys here in 10 minutes. When you're doing this one, make sure you bring a horse and use the horse to dump all of the trash loot that you get. Otherwise you're going to be running backwards and forwards to the to Shakatu town every time you need to sell something. To overload your horse, all you want to do is just have everything in your inventory, and let's say you've got 1,000 let's say you've got 1,000 trash loot in there. You want to, and then if you go to put the rest in, it won't let you say. It's going to say your mount's too heavy. So all you do is you just put that back into your inventory, and then you get it, and you just put it all in there at the same time. And then every time you want to do that, you just put that back into your inventory, and then do the rest. And you just keep overloading your horse like that, and you can pretty much store infinite amount of trash loot. The route that I'm going to be doing to do this quest line is I'm going to kill all of these mobs here. I'm going to keep running up this hill. If you guys come across any of the elite mobs, just keep going. Don't try and fight them because it just slow you down too much. So you want to kill all these guys here. You want to kill these guys at the fence. Then you're going to turn around, come through here up this pathway, kill all of these guys here, and these ones here. Keep running all through here. Kill these mobs. You got a couple here, and then you've got some here. There's an elite mob here as well, so just watch out for that one. Kill all these through here. Kill these guys. And get these ones too, and then these ones here. And then you're gonna kill this mob here, these guys here, and then after that, instead of running back down, what you're gonna do is you're gonna run through here. You're going to kill all these guys, this big group right here and here. And then these ones. You can kill these ones here on the hill. And then there's going to be a whole bunch of mobs. Someone's obviously killed them, but there's going to be a whole bunch right in this area through here, so you can kill all them. There's all, normally there's like all these tents here with a bunch of mobs there you can kill. Same here, you can kill all these ones here. Kill all these mobs through here. And then that's going to bring you back to the start. So that's the route that I'm using to do this. Alright guys, so we finally got this one completed. It was an absolute pain in the ass. Just my console wasn't performing the way that I wanted it to, but we got it done. Eventually, I put on a cron meal, and every time I was doing this, I was falling short by 100 or less mobs. Ended up getting the some of the guild to come out, party up with me, and help me get it done. I think this is like the only one that you can do that you can be in a party with, and the party can help you kill some mobs for you. So we got this one done, and it was relatively simple with people helping you. So all we do is, like the other ones now, we're just going to go into the adventure log, Herald's journal, book number 3, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to accept that reward, and we're going to get 1 DP for completing that one. So on the next one now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Tavu, and we are going to start the next quest. So for this, we need to go to Sangrain Bazaar. So I'm going to make my way there, and I will see you guys in just a second. Okay guys, so here we are, we're at Sangrain Bazaar. So if you want to know where Sangrain Bazaar is, it's right here, right on the edge of the Valencia desert. So we were up here before at Gahaz Bandits lair near Shakatu, and now we're here at the SGB, Sangrain Bazaar. What we need to do now is we need to talk to Tavu, who's the storage keeper here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk to Tavu. He's got the quest here for us, and basically what he wants us to do is he wants us to find Hystria Ruins. He wants us to go and speak to Bert, the NPC at Hystria Ruins. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can do this. So if you've got someone who's got the permanent compass, which is a really rare find in the game, you can get them to go to Hystria Ruins at the NPC there, and they can actually summon you to that location. That's one way to do it. It's probably the fastest way to do it. If you don't have that option, what you can do is you can do it like this. So you want to come to you want to accept this quest, and in this desert here, around this whole desert location, you're going to find portals. You're going to find random portals. So where we're going to go ahead, we're going to go left, and we're going to head up towards the Desert Naga Temple. That's where I'm going to go. There's usually one portal up around that place. And remember, we've only got a time limit to do this, so Let's hope that we find one. Let's see, we got 5 minutes. So what I've done is I've just got my camel here, and you can do this on foot if you've got like movement speeds in your shoes that give you maximum movement speed. I've just got a bunch of equipment on my camel that just makes it like really fast, or as fast as I could possibly make it without going crazy and spending stupid amounts of money. So we're just going to travel through here, and we're just going to keep going until we find a portal. We'll probably we've only got 5 minutes to do this, so we're probably going to have to do it a couple times. But let's see how we go. Okay, so here we go. We've come across a portal. There's a way to tell the difference between these two portals by the pillars here. Personally, I am not 100% sure off the top of my head how to tell which one is which. I've looked into it before, but I've forgotten. So I'm just going to go into this portal and hope that it's going to send us to Hystria. Alright, so we're at Hystria now, and basically what we need to do is we need to find Bert, the NPC. I don't know how we're going to go on time for this, guys. We might have to do it again. We've only got 2 minutes left, and I don't know Hystria that well, so yeah, let's see how we go. Alright, there we go. So we found Bert. I'm gonna be real with you guys. That was winging it 100%. I had no idea where I was going. So if you guys are in the same situation, just go the same way that I went, and there you go. That was a total guess. So there we go. We've spoken to Bert, and now what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to hand in that quest. So that gives us +5 stamina family wide. So now the next one, it says listen to Syria Min about the start. So for this one, we need to go back outside, and we're going to go to the next location, which is at one of the desert towns. Alright guys, so here we are. We're at the Pilgrim's Sanctum Obedience. So when you are at the NPC in Hystria, if you just go out that exit there, it's going to take you to Illiya Oasis. Illiya Oasis. And all you want to do is you want to go just straight across here to the Pilgrim's Sanctum of Obedience. So if you get lost, guys, Valencia City is over there, and that's where we're starting out. We're starting at the Pilgrim's Sanctum here. So now what we need to do for this one, we're going to talk to this guy right here. He's going to give us the quest. And you can see the things for these quests are the meeting the node managers of all the other Pilgrim Sanctums. So we've got sincerity, abstinence, sharing, humility, and purity. Okay guys, so if we go into our world map, we're going to look at the locations where we're going to go. So the first one we're going to be at was we're going to be going here to abstinence. Then we're going to come all the way down here to sincerity. Then we're going to skip across here to purity. Then we're going to come up here to sharing. And we're going to finish here in fast. That's the locations where we're going to go. So we've got obedience, abstinence, sincerity, humility, purity, sharing, and we're going to finish here in fast. That's the route that we're going to go. Now, to help you guys out so that you don't get lost, what you can do is you can go into the central market and you can buy these compass pieces. So that you can buy this part of Explorer compass. You can see it's about 1.7 million silver. You need 3 of them. Once you've got your 3, you can go into your inventory, unsort your inventory, and you want to put the 3 pieces together like this. Once you see it like this, you'll see the little plus symbol down the bottom. you can combine that together and you're going to end up with an Ancient Explorer's Compass. This will last you 3 days, so you've got a little bit of time to use it. And what this does is it just gives you a bit of direction so you don't get lost in the desert. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk to this NPC here. We're going to start this time quest. We've got 12 minutes to complete this, so you can do it on foot, or you can do it like if you've got a really fast character, you can do it on foot. I'm using my camel, so I'm just going to jump onto my camel really quickly. And you still can't set a waypoint with the compass, but it'll just help you, give you a bit of direction so that you don't get lost. So I'm just going to make sure that we're heading in the right direction. So you can see the arrow, which way we're facing, and we're going straight. So we're going the right way. Okay, so here we are at Abstinence. Come on. Okay, so we've spoken to him. You don't need to do anything. You just need to click on him and then exit out of that menu. And then you want to keep moving. You want to go straight away. Okay, so here we are at Sincerity. You just want to, as quickly as possible, just get up here and talk to this node manager. Okay, so that's him done. Now the next one is going to be directly across. So we're just going to make our way over. I'm just going to make sure that we're headed the right direction. Okay, so here we are at Humility.
Do not flatter
Let's look at the direction, make sure we're going the right way. Alright, cool. So that's Purity done. And now we've just got 2 more. Yeah, I thought that was it up there on that, like, you can kind of see it in the distance, but I just wanted to make sure that it was the right one. So now we're going to sharing. And then after this, we need to go to fast and just finish the quest. That is sharing done. So now the last one that we need to go to is fast. And we need to head there just to complete that quest.
There are foods that Olin should not have. This is the will of Lord Owl.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into here, the adventure log. We're going to go into book number 3. We're going to accept that reward. Another 5 stamina family wide. So now we've got 1 left to do, and we've got to go speak to Sahazad Nessa, and he's in Valencia City, so we're going to head there now. Alright guys, here we go. We're at the final part of book 3 of the Herald's Journal. We're here with the King of Valencia, Sahazad Nessa, and guys, this is, I'm gonna be real, this is the second time that I've done this. The first time I did this, I ran out of time. I've seen people do this with Pegasus horses, and they kill it. Like, the Pegasus is so fast, and the good thing about the Pegasus as well is that you can ride the horse through towns quickly, whereas on a regular horse you can't do that. Now, I don't have a Pegasus, so for all of you guys who are like me and are unfortunate enough to not have a Pegasus, this is going to help you guys out a lot. And if you guys are lucky enough to have a Pegasus, then you've just got an advantage above everyone else, so you shouldn't have no problem doing this at all. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to accept this quest from him, and what we need to do is we need to go from Valencia to Altanova to Velia and to Heidel in 18 minutes. We need to talk to some NPCs, so we need to go speak to Neruda Shen in Altanova, we need to speak to Igor Bartali in Balanos, and we need to speak to Crucio Demongat in Serendia. Well, Serendia is Heidel, okay, so don't get confused about that. That's Heidel, the last one. Now, with the second two, if you go into your world map and you, let's say, for example, Valencia, let's say we click square on that node, it's going to give us a waypoint to the node manager, right? We can do that for Heidel, and we can do that for Velia, but we can't do it for Altanova. With Altanova, it's a little bit weird. If you set the waypoint to Altanova, it's going to send you to some like random location where, and then the node manager is actually like in a different spot. So what I would do is I would go into your find NPC, and I would have Shen. I would type in his name, and so you've got Neruda Shen there. Now what you can do is when you go into your search, all you need to do is press S, and it should be in like your search history. The last thing that you searched should be Shen, so you can just click on that and click on Shen, and it will bring up his name. And or even just leave it there, like it should already be there. It's just to help you speed things up a bit, so you're not sitting there typing characters, letters, and stuff while you're under the pressure, while you're on a time limit. Okay, now I will let you guys know as well. My horse that I'm using is a tier 8 Corsa horse. I tried to do this with just sprint. I tried to do it with just sprint, and I couldn't do it. I wasn't fast enough. So what I've done is I've spent a bajillion hours leveling or training my horse to learn instant axle and S instant axle. And I do believe that you need to use these skills to complete this. So what I've done is I've left my horse right on the outside of Sangrain Bazaar, so that I can run through Sangrain Bazaar, jump on my horse, and ride straight away. That's where I've left my horse. What we're going to do is we are going to run from the castle here out into the desert, and you'll see there's I think it's this path here. So we're going to run out into the desert. Now we're going to use one of those. We're going to use one of these travelers map. Remember, you guys, you can only do this once every 6 hours. So it's taken me a couple of days to film this because I didn't get it right on the first time and had to wait 6 hours to do it again. So what we're going to do is we're going to run out into the desert. The reason we're going to run out into the desert is because you can only use the traveler's map to travel to a nearby location. You can't use it to transport yourself from Valencia all the way to Camasilvia, for example. So we need to run a little bit of ways, maybe like around kind of like this area. Then we're going to transport ourselves to... What am I doing down here? Around here. Okay? Kind of like out from the city a little bit. And we're going to transport ourselves to Sangrain Bazaar. Then we're going to jump on our horse and we're going to ride as fast as we can to Altanova. we're going to leave our horse kind of like here at the Altanova Gateway, and we're going to run to the node manager. So after we left our horse, we're going to set a waypoint, or you can even set a waypoint if you want. You can, as soon as you get into Sangrain Bazaar, you can set a waypoint to the node manager in Altanova. Then we're going to leave our horse at this kind of entrance here to Altanova, and we're going to run the rest of the way. What I'm going to be doing for this method is I'm going to be using my trainer's flute. I've got a permanent one, but if you've got one of the 30-day ones or like an event one or something like that, feel free to use that. And that just basically allows you to call your horse from a further distance. So this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to run about halfway through the town. I'm going to call my horse. Then I'm going to go see the node manager. Then I'm going to run to the other side of the town. I'm going to call my horse again. And it's just going to help me kind of get my horse through the town without riding it through the town, which is going to slow me down. So that's the two tools that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the traveler's map and the permanent, the trainer's flute. All right. So we've got we know the three areas that we need to go to. We know that we need a really fast horse, and we know that we need to do this as fast as possible. The other thing that I'm going to do right now quickly is I'm just going to pop another a simple cron meal. I just want that +3 movement speed, and I've got this, I don't know, what is it? It's one of these here. This one here. I'm just going to, alright, there you go. So I'm just going to pop that one. Now I think if that's worked the way I wanted it to. Okay, so now we're on +5 movement speed for half an hour. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through, we're going to hit this timer. Okay, and we're going to go now. I'm just going to set a waypoint. Probably best if you guys set a waypoint before you do this. Just so you know, like, the direction that you need to go. And it just helps you, like, get through around all those walls as fast as possible. I'm just going to jump off the side of these buildings here. I'm not really going to pay any attention to my health or anything like that. My goal is literally just to get through the city as fast as possible. Once you get to the desert, you can have your camel here. If you've got a camel here, you can have that sitting just in this region here outside the city. That's just going to help you run through the desert a little bit faster. But just bear in mind, when you get to Sangrain Bazaar, you're going to need to remote call that camel into the stable and get your other horse out so that it's all ready to go. Let's just check that traveler's map, see if we've run far enough. Okay, there you go, Sangrain Bazaar. Let's make our way to Sangrain. Alright, cool. So we're just going to run really quickly now, and we're going to get on that horse, and we're going to ride like the wind, bullseye. We're going to ride our horse as fast as possible, and hopefully we're not waiting on things to render in like this, because this is just wasting time. Come on. So I'm literally just holding down the sprint, and I'm just mashing the instant accel button. I'm trying to get there as fast as possible. Now, the two issues that I think that I'm worried about facing while doing this is because I'm on the PlayStation 4, I'm worried about lag and invisible walls. If you're on a next-gen console, they shouldn't really be an issue for you, but for those of us that are on the old consoles, then that's something to consider as well. Okay, so I'm going to leave my horse right here at the entrance, and I'm just going to run as fast as I can to that node manager. Again, if you guys are on a Pegasus, you can just stay on your horse and just ride your Pegasus through towns, because Pegasus can do that really quickly. Regular horses can't, that's why I'm running. Now, I didn't set a waypoint to the node manager here. Luckily for me, I know where it is. But if you don't, I would definitely set a waypoint. Okay, so you just need to talk to him. So now what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to set a waypoint to Velia. And that's what I was worried about, is my mount is now too far away for me to call. So come on! Alright guys, that was a little bit intense. I know you saw how many invisible walls I was getting, the rendering issues I was getting. If you're on next-gen consoles, it's not going to be an issue for you. If you're on PS4 using an SSD, might not be an issue for you. I don't have a PS4 Pro, I'm on PS4 Slim, and I don't have an SSD, so I'm kind of like not really giving myself any advantages here. But we were able to do it, so you guys saw how bad it was for me. If it's better for you and you don't get those invisible walls, you don't get the rendering issues and the lag, and you're not waiting for things to appear on your screen or holding you back like that, you're going to have a pretty easy time doing it if you just copy what I did. So all we do now, thank the Lord above that is finished. We can go into that book, get our 10 stamina, and we have finished this god-awful series, the Herald's Journal. I never ever want to do it again in my life. But there you go, guys. So that's going to be it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button if this helped you, and subscribe to the channel. We're making our way to 1,000 subs on the channel. So go ahead and hit those buttons and hit that bell button so you get notified when future videos go live. Thanks again for watching, guys. I appreciate all of y'all, as always. I'll see you in the next one.